hopefully you took advantage of today. Things are going to go downhill in a pretty big hurry as we head into the day Wednesday. Hey everyone, it's Eric here with the weather for Weather Geeks. We're going to recap today. We're going to talk about those big changes over the next couple of days, but we have plenty of good news in the forecast as well as we head towards Easter weekend. Let's start out with a time lapse today. Beautiful sunrise this morning, and it was crystal clear this morning. And then you'll notice that the cirrus clouds did increase as we got into the afternoon, and these clouds will continue to thicken and lower somewhat as we get into the evening and especially into the overnight. The wind was noticeable. I got the cobwebs off my golf clubs today and went out to the driving range, and while it was beautiful, it sure was windy, with gusts at the airport averaging 20 to 30 miles per hour for most of the afternoon. We had a gust at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock of 33 registered at the Youngstown Warren Airport. All right, cold front is lurking off to our west, and while it doesn't look like much on the radar and satellite view, no thunder and lightning, just some innocuous showers off to our west. When you look at the temperatures, it's not hard to see where this front is. It is plowing through the Great Lakes, the Midwest this evening. Temperatures dropping from the 70s to the 40s in a pretty big hurry from St. Louis to Dubuque, and that's the ghost of Christmas future for us coming up for our Wednesday. The first thing we'll see, though, is rain. Not this evening. The last hour or so of daylight will be quite pleasant and quite warm, but once we head past 1 or 2 in the morning, rain's going to become pretty likely, and it'll be raining as most of us get up to head off to work and school Wednesday morning. Now, the wettest part of the day Wednesday will be first thing in the morning. We're looking at fewer raindrops as we head towards lunchtime, but look how sharp this front is. I'm going to stop the animation here right about 8 o'clock or so in the morning. This is about 45 minutes after daybreak, and temperatures will drop in most communities from the mid-50s to the mid-40s over the course of 15 minutes to a half an hour. It's going to be a pretty quick drop. And so 8:10 in the morning, it may be still 55 in East Liverpool and Calcutta, but we're down to 48 in Warren and 46 in Austintown. And then eventually everyone's in the 40s, and we'll just sort of settle into the 40s for most of the day. Now, we might bob up closer to 50 in the afternoon, especially if we get a few breaks of sun, but for the most part, yeah, this is going to be a big, big change. That is for sure. So the moisture comes up along this cold front, and then it's replaced by, yes, drier air for the tail end of the week, but that's not really much of the story. It is the colder air that's going to make inroads as we go into the day on Thursday. So, yeah, the shower's most numerous in the morning, and then in the afternoon we're in the 40s, and while it's not snowing yet, it's certainly a lot colder. Now, we'll pause this in the evening. I think our in-house model here is a little underdone with the moisture here. I think there might be a little light precipitation around by mid-evening, taking the form of, some light rain with some snowflakes mixed in. This is all going to be pretty low impact, not much of a big deal, but I think the bigger deal will be on Thursday. This is a real February preview coming our way on Thursday with chilly breezes, temperatures not much higher than freezing, and this dash black line's an upper level trough of low pressure that will serve to kind of enhance the lake enhanced and lake effect snow shower activity that will be around. Again, mostly pretty low impact, and it'll be long gone by Friday as high pressure builds in. So when it comes to the chances of 2 inches or more worth of snow, all of these odds are not very high. Highest overall, once you head out towards I-79, eastern Mercer County, and then especially across I-80 into the higher terrain, towards the DuBois area, Clearfield, out towards Bellefonte State College in central PA, you might run into a few inches of wet snow out there before Wednesday night and Thursday are through. But locally, it's all under 50%, the chances of 2 inches or more. And in a lot of places, the odds of 2 inches or more are more like 10 to 15%. Not very high, but could your grill get covered, your deck, your car, grassy surfaces? Sure, there might be some small accumulations on those surfaces. Not expecting many impacts on the roads. Here's a look at the model spread for the Youngstown Warren Airport in Trumbull County. Most of our models are close to an inch. The NAM up to 2.5 inches, that's kind of an outlier at this point. Any snow that falls during the day on Thursday will have a hard time sticking to anything, even though it's going to be cold. April 1st is Thursday. The sun angle is not like it was in January and February. So even though it's going to be a cloudy day on Thursday, the sun angle will still be important on April 1st. The sun angle is 54 degrees above the horizon, which is roughly equivalent to about September 9th or 10th. That's a pretty high sun angle. So yeah, the snow will have a hard time sticking even with the cold temperatures on Thursday. But don't put away the snow brush don't put it back in the garage just yet. If you keep that thing in your trunk or your back seat, you might need it one or two more times. But things are going to turn around just in time for Easter. The Easter forecast is still looking good. We're talking mid-60s. Good deal of sunshine for Sunday. Actually, the whole weekend looks pretty nice. All right, let's talk about some Easter weather facts. The warmest on record back in 1976 when Easter was on April 18th, it was 87 degrees. The coldest high temperature was a very early Easter Sunday, March 24th, 1940. It only got to 20 for the high. The wettest back in 1988, and the snowiest on April 3rd, 1994. We had almost 2 inches worth of snow. We've had some pretty mild Easters of late, the exceptions being 2 years ago and 3 years ago. But last year was pretty mild, 2016 and 2017. Also pretty mild Easter Sundays. It looks pretty warm for most of next week. I think we'll be back in the at least lower 70s for a couple of days once we head into the middle portions of next week. But some cold air coming our way, that is for sure, over the next couple of days. And I'll have more updates on social media on 21 News at 6 and 11 and on the Storm Tracker 21 app. Thanks for watching the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.